the ZBA town of Farmington. Yeah.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to start off introducing the zoning board of appeals members. What's that?
I don't know, say something.
I'm going to introduce the zoning board of appeals members. To my left is Tom Lay and Jody Binnix. All right, it's Todd Ruthven and Kelly Cochran, and I'm Tom York. I'd like to introduce our town staff, acting ever so popular, Sarah Mitchell, welcome to the board. Ron Brand, Director of Development, then Dan DePriore. Is that right? Code enforcement officer.
Hard to screw up a good brand name, you know.
Our emergency exits are the one that we came in and one to your right. In case we ever need it, which hopefully we don't. We're going to conduct this meeting in the rules of procedure for the zoning board of appeals adopted on February 27th, 2023.
Make a motion for the.
A second, were you here, Tom?
No,
Okay.
So we had a motion from Todd and second by Kelly. All approved. Okay. Test to the legal notices. There was one legal notice published on June 18th, 2023. Tonight's agenda, ZB 0602-23. Michael Hodgins. Hodgins.
Hogeness.
Yeah. Hodgins. Open the public hearing for the applicant. ZB 0602-23. Michael Hodgins, 888 Hook Road, Farmington, New York, 14425. Plus an area variance, chapter 165, attachment 1, schedule 1 of the Farmington Town Code. The applicant wishes to erect a 15-foot by 28-foot 196 square feet attached porch in the front of the residence. Proposed front setback of 40.3 feet. The town code requires a minimum front setback of 60 feet. Property is zoned A-80 agricultural. So for the record, I like to say that I live down the street from him, Mr. Hodges. We haven't really ever met. And what's that?
Nice to meet you.
And you too. I have nothing to gain from this applicant, so if there's anyone in the audience or online that object to me sitting on this. All right, I hear none. So who is making the presentation? You state your name and.
Yeah, so it's Michael Hodgins, address is 888 Hook Road, Farmington, New York. And it's actually overall, there's a porch, covered porch there now. That is dilapidated and not built very well. So I wanted to, that's where the 15 feet come from. It's actually projection from the house is 7 feet, not 15 feet. So full projection from the house as to where the footprint is now would be 7 foot. The 15 foot comes from tearing down the old porch, the covered porch that's there now. And then that would be, because that's about 8 feet now, so that the 7 feet would be 15 feet. So it's like an L shape, but I still want to keep the porch in the front now is covered. So I still want to keep that section covered and put just make more curb appeal. So I wanted to put a door with a double side light in the front facing Hook Road. So it's going to be all under the porch, so covered porch. And then just to give it more of a aesthetically pleasing look, just that design isn't very good, I think. So I think building the front porch would give it a little bit more wow. and, just look better, because I actually have a permit in that's approved to side the house. I'm using diamond coat, LP smart siding. And that's gonna be, pelican gray with white trim. So I wanted to do, pelican gray with white trim all the way around. And then the porch would be, composite floor for the porch, decking, and then, white railing with black rail or black cement. And then stairs would be not going towards Hook Road, but towards Crowley Road. So the stairs wouldn't approach further towards, Hook Road. It would be coming on the side. It would come up the side. So just trying to make, the house look good.
That's it.
Yeah. I think that's
Staff comments?
Yeah, I've drafted 2 resolutions for you tonight. One is to address the environmental aspects, which is a type 2 action classified under those regulations. The other one is a resolution to approve with conditions. It's always great to see someone, improve their property in the manner that you're proposing to do, and I commend you for that. Thank you very much.
Dan?
All right, from the zoning point of view, this didn't meet the 60-foot setback. Obviously, where the house is, the house doesn't meet the 60-foot setback, so that's why it's in front of you guys to approve or deny, so that it could move forward or not at all. So
Okay. Comments? Not here, but any online?
there's nobody online. Nope, nobody online tonight.
Tonight. Any comments from the board members?
I have a question for town staff. I know I brought it up to Ron earlier. Dan, I know Ron and John had previously talked about maybe changing the town code so that we wouldn't keep seeing these setback requirements, especially since the house has been there for a long time and there's no way unless they move the whole house, they can meet the zoning requirements. So I just wanted to ask for that. Or if the town's given it more thought, that's all. Just curious.
Well, it's on our radar screen, and given all the other things that are going on right now, it's not very much of a big blip right yet, but it could be
Actually,
maybe dealt with some of these other local laws that we're looking at.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have some codes in the hopper right now, but it's something that we can look at. It's probably, to be honest with you, probably more of a fall, winter.
that's
When
fine. I'm
project.
just curious. I know we talked about it.
Haven't forgotten it.
Anybody else? No?
I guess, yes, just the plan is you're gonna build the porch, or sign the house, build the porch, it's gonna be all project? Yes. Okay. Timeline.
Public, any more comments, so I'll close this public hearing. Move on to deliberations and decisions.
Make a motion to waive the reading of the resolution and approve the resolution.
That's moved by Tuesday. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Make a motion to waive the reading of the decision resolution. And determination condition allowed.
Motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Board, based upon its review of the record on this application, finds that the benefit to the applicant does outweigh any known detriment to the community or neighborhood. And therefore, the requested area variance to erect a multi-air porch 35 feet from the front lot line of Hook Road instead of the required 60 feet is approved with the following conditions. The exterior of the porch addition is to match to the extent practical the exterior treatment of the existing structure. The porch addition shall not be enclosed. Any light fixture to be installed as part of the proposed porch addition shall comply with the town's dark sky lighting regulation contained in chapter 165 of the town code. And a building permit shall be acquired by the applicant prior to start of the construction. One for the porch deck on the under the side. Separate.
The porch would be separate from this siding permit.
Do you understand the conditions? Yes. Are you okay with them? Yes. Okay. Do I have a motion to? So we have a roll call vote.
Kelly,
Aye.
Jody,
Aye.
Todd.
Aye.
Tom Malay,
Aye.
Tommy Rush.
Aye. Variance. Okay.
Thank you. Welcome. Have a good night.
You do.
Careful what you wish for.
You will check the 9 articles. Oh. Okay.
Well, the draft was sent to you for discussion and input. And it came about as a result of the Ag Advisory Committee wanting to amend their duties and responsibilities. And as a result of that, we discovered that there were other boards that didn't exist in this chapter that probably ought to exist in this, such as the Zoning Board of Appeals. So I have drafted 6 different articles for chapter 9. This is the last one that I've drafted, and I'm still waiting to hear back from the Recreation Advisory Board, but they've been very busy setting up their summer programs and they won't get to it until next month. So if you want to hold it over till next month, please do so. But if you have questions or things that you want to ask, have at it. Or send your questions to Tom and he can get them to Dan and I.
Did you only add the zoning board stuff? That's all changed.
This is not your rules of procedure, John.
I know.
Okay.
So
This was there, you added this before.
No, that was not there.
This was not. None of this.
Not for the zoning board, no.
So chapter 9,
This whole chapter, this whole page said nothing but one.
That's right. That draft is Article 6 of Chapter 9.
so Article 6 is zoning. The other articles are the other boards. So you're not seeing the whole chapter, you're just
Right.
seeing your subchapter, that's called, or is this labeled article?
Right. You don't have too much coming through. We can hold it over until the next meeting and give everyone a chance to review it and get comments. That relay it down with that.
Yeah, if they could give you their comments, we could review it, make any changes and have a draft in final form. That would be great, rather than coming to the meeting, discussing it, and then carrying it on another month.
Sure.
Obviously, this would not. This and the rules of procedures and conflict with each other, right? There's nothing in here that's gonna be kind of a friction point, right?
There should be,
Okay.
but if you see something, let us know.
And one of the things that we did put in there was to clarify the process for when you come to the Zoning Board of Appeals for an area variance for a re-subdivision of land.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. No.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah,
I read through it, but I don't know before we let it sink in, so I'm fine.
Yeah, the motion to.
and like I say, if you have questions, get them to Tom. If you want to call me with your questions or Dan, let us know. We'll try to get answers, and if it results in a revision, we'll put a new date on it and send it back with the next batch of referrals that you got coming before you.
Revisit that. We have to set a public hearing for the ZB 0301-23 Fowler Family Trust Area Variance. So that would be to our next meeting, in addition to.
So is it coming, it is coming back?
So he has applied to the planning board. It will be in front of the planning board next month. And then it will be back in front of you at the end of next month. So. It's
Have we seen it yet? Rough idea what he's thinking,
it's what's was submitted to you guys.
which one?
It's the one with the flag lot in the middle. So. He did try to apply for both of them on one application, but. Rules say he can only apply for what was applied for here. So that's what he's going for. We anticipate the planning board to look at it and then refer it to you guys.
Where the proper steps were back.
And that's why the public hearing should be set again so that the public can.
Come in and comment again. That opens it back up again.
The meeting is scheduled for the second meeting in July, like the 19th.
Yes.
Yeah.
The planning board is,
Yes.
Okay, so I was gonna ask, so we'll go to the.
so it's
That-
fall into our end of July meeting.
Yep. And you're more than welcome to attend that meeting. You're more than welcome to watch it on YouTube. From comfort of your home. Wherever. You're just not here as a body to have comment. Unless you're a neighbor.
How many, if we wanted to come, how many of us can come?
Oh, you can
Come
come.
because it's an open meeting.
We're just public.
I just want to make sure. I understand.
You're not coming as your board position.
Right, that's a fair question. And we are opening the public hearing again.
No,
Just deliberate.
you're opening a public hearing. Not again, you're opening a public
We're
hearing.
starting from scratch.
So there's a potential that everything was said is going to be reset to us.
Could be.
That's what I was gonna add.
And they have the right to do that
Yeah.
because you're doing a new public hearing.
Yeah, and you have the benefit of hearing what the public has to say about the subdivision aspect of this when it comes before the planning board, and who knows what the planning board will say.
Any board know the history of this, that it's been.
Well, we're.
Okay.
Because they've dealt with this before as well, so. And the applicant will have to present, just like the applicant presented the first time to you guys, so.
What time is the meeting?
7 o'clock.
Now, as Ron said, you can either zoom in like you do for the meetings that we have here. Or it will be up within a day or two after the meeting on our YouTube channel, so.
Look to see this on the agenda for the 24th.
Of July, right?
Yep.
Okay. We're good.
Do you want to do that by motion or
Yeah, you could. Formal motion to
set the hearing?
set the public hearing.
Yeah, so. That's motion.
I'll make a motion to set a public hearing for ZB 030123 Fowler Family Trust for the July 24th meeting. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Oh, you're opposed to it.
Gotta be here, Sarah.
Still nobody online.
Director of Development.
I think basically we're still working towards coming up with a solution for moving Farmington Market Center forward. And we'll see where it's going to go here in the near future. I know that's very vague and non-committal, but that's the way it is. And we have to accept that. Yes, that's it.
Sir.
Yeah, this is gonna be a first. I'm actually gonna talk more than Ron, so.
You know, I missed the breakfast meeting the other morning. They got out early and they blamed me for that. I wasn't even there.
All right, so we have a couple open positions. Obviously, we still have an open clerk of the board position for you guys. Sarah does.
So long, it's just her.
No.
I feel that that's the truth.
No.
Ice cream, sprinkles.
Ice cream with sprinkles.
Chocolate sprinkles? We'll deliver on it.
So then the other thing is we still have an open zoning inspector position. I do have a gentleman in the office that's covering some of the zoning complaints. But until we get another person hired, I anticipate that you will be dealing with me for the next few meetings at least. So if you have any questions, by all means, you can always reach out to me. Be more than happy to have a conversation with you. So that's the update on the positions, and Ron was very vague on projects. I would recommend if you ever have questions about projects, review the town ops report that Ron generates every other week. It gives a pretty detailed of where we're at, so. But there's a lot in the hopper. There's just not a lot that we can talk about at the moment, so. And then, no,
So that include the Twitchell Powers second time around thing.
Well, that's on the town board agenda for tomorrow night.
Oh, it is, okay, so they are getting it back, okay.
Yeah, and I believe they're ready to act on it, approve it this time.
They reassign or redid the lot sizes and all that.
Bump them down on the number and widen them out.
went from 216 to 180.
85 or 6.
Yeah, something like that, so.
It seemed like a better layout.
And then the last thing I had to report, obviously you will have a meeting next month. Probably won't be as quick as this one, but that's all I got.
The New York Planning Federation is having a series of round the state training conferences. There's one scheduled for Canandaigua, I think it is, coming up in August.
Well, I say that. Yeah, that sounds about it.
If you need information on that, let me know and I'll email it to you.
I believe it's going to be held at Finger Lakes Community College. I think.
Right.
So.
What is this one? What do you see doing it?
New York Planning Federation.
We'll have Sarah email you guys the information on it, just so you have it.
Similar to what I went to recently.
I think it's different classes, similar setup, different classes. And being local, it's a good opportunity, so.
Next meeting is July 24th.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Yeah,